Shemini, 8th. Vayikra, Leviticus 9, 1 to 11:47. Haftarah, Shmuel Bet, 2 Samuel 6, 1 to 19. Suggested Berit Hadashah, Mark 7, 1 to 23, and Galatians 2, 11 to 16. Vayehi Bayom Hashmini Kara Moshe Aharon Ulebanav Ulezachani Yisrael. On the 8th day, Moshe called Aharon, his sons, and the leaders of Israel. Introduction. At the end of the previous parsha, we were told, Aharon and his sons did all the things which Adonai ordered through Moshe. Leviticus 8:36, Complete Jewish Bible. In order to do all, they needed to consecrate what was offered to Adonai. In Vayikra, Leviticus, we are told this means you are to be holy because I am holy. Leviticus 11:45, Complete Jewish Bible. Consecration refers to ritualistic cleanliness from what is forbidden, but is not the same for everyone. The Jewish Encyclopedia defines it as the solemn setting apart of a person or thing to a special use or purpose. And it says every consecration in biblical times was accompanied by rubbing or anointing with oil the object to be consecrated. Much of this parsha discusses the sanctification and consecration of offerings for sin. It also discusses what is acceptable and what is not. When two sons of Aharon, Nadav and Abihu, made an offering that was not commanded, they died. Moses explained to Aharon, through those who are near me I will be consecrated, and before all the people I will be glorified. The importance of obedience is emphasized here, as well as potential consequences for disobedience. This parsha goes on to define what can be eaten and what is forbidden. The purpose for dietary instructions is clearly defined at the end of the parsha. Its purpose is to distinguish between the unclean and the clean, and between the creatures that may be eaten and those that may not be eaten. Leviticus 11:47, Complete Jewish Bible. That which can be eaten was consecrated by a blessing. Jewish and Christian tradition both include a blessing before eating, and for some consecrates the food. Haftarah. In the Haftarah, we learn of another incident when instructions were not followed with dire consequences while moving the Ark of God, the Ark of the Covenant, to the city of David. When they arrived at Nachon's threshing floor, the oxen stumbled, and Uzzah put out his hands to steady the Ark of God. But Adonai's anger blazed up against Uzzah, and God struck him down on the spot for his offense, so that he died there by the Ark of God. 2 Samuel 6:6-7, Complete Jewish Bible. David was so afraid the Ark would not be taken to the city of David until a more respectful way, sanctified, could be implemented without consequences. The importance of consecration is demonstrated in this week's Torah and Haftarah. Berit Hadashah. In the first century, consecration was also important. Messiah Yeshua clarified the priority. The Perushim, Pharisees, and some of the Torah teachers, scribes, who had come from Jerusalem, gathered together with Yeshua and saw that some of his Talmidim, disciples, ate with ritually unclean hands, that is, without doing netilat yadayim, the hand-washing blessing. For the Perushim, and indeed all the Judeans, holding fast to the tradition of the elders, do not eat unless they have given their hands a ceremonial washing. Messiah Yeshua was not confronted by this in town, but it was only an issue out of town while traveling. Not only was this not prohibited, but Yeshua explained, there is nothing outside a person which, by getting into him, can make him unclean. Rather, it is the things that come out of a person which make a person unclean. And he goes on to say, don't you see that nothing going into a person from outside can make him unclean? For it doesn't go into his heart, but into his stomach, and it passes out into the latrine. I believe this does not change what is kosher for Jewish people, but defines our actions and words as needing consecration and sometimes redemption. This did not stop Yeshua from saying a blessing, but clarified its purpose because he blesses food in the next chapter of Mark. He then told the crowd to sit down on the ground, took the 7 loaves, made a bracha, broke the loaves, and gave them to his Talmidim to serve to the people. Mark 8:6, Complete Jewish Bible. Food can have other consequences, but blessing it does not make food consecrated or kosher. It does not invalidate kashrut. It has been said that eating pork will not keep you out of the world to come, and it might get you there sooner. Eating kosher for a Jewish person is part of being a light to the world through obedience. Conclusions. In temple times, consecration and sanctification came with dire consequences for a few. Obedience was followed by reward in this world. In the first century, we learn from Messiah Yeshua that the world to come, the Olam Haba, is more important, and what we do and why we do it in this world has consequences in the world to come. These are more important than what we eat here, which mostly has consequences in this world alone. What we say and do is more important than whether we remember to say a blessing. On the other hand, we should be thankful and remember to say it to Adonai. Remember to thank him for this coming week. May your week be good, and may Adonai grant us all peace on Shabbat.